I don't work for Amazon anymore, but that doesn't mean the grind stopped. It just changed shape. Okay, today I'm working 2 jobs and I'm still trying to build my career. Is my dream still possible? Let's talk about the fact that I know most Americans today are working a second job. We all have a side hustle of some sorts. And if you're one of the lucky few that don't have a side hustle or second source of income, I guess this isn't the video for you. But for the other 80% of us, especially Gen Z, let's talk about the reality of our situation right now. It's pretty much impossible to live off one income nowadays. That's why they're always talking about drop shipping this, make crypto that, or you know, some other freaking Forex trading, or no, don't even get me started on the gambling epidemic. But it's crazy how we're in this society where it's basically encouraged to have a second job, or you pretty much need to have a second job, or you're not going to be able to, you know, live comfortably. Because you know, budgeting sucks. No, I'm just kidding. But everything's so expensive nowadays. Where like people say that, you know, even making medium income, which is like 50K, isn't enough to survive on, which is just crazy. It just feels like maybe a little bit of the social media era, or just like what makes it feel like, oh, you need to have 6 figures, if not you're poor. But it's just crazy how, you know, it's really tough out here to have just like one job. You know, props to you guys. They're like, cause like I feel like the people that work one jobs are like construction workers, or like blue collar workers. You know, anyone in the medical field, lawyers, like those type of people. But you're grinding out 60-hour work weeks, maybe even 80, which is just like to me. But I mean, I work 2 jobs, so I mean, I get it, but there's a lot that comes with it. And let's talk about how physically and mentally draining is it to have 2 jobs. I don't think it's that much mentally or physically draining. It's definitely more mentally draining, because there's only so many days in a row where you can be absolutely peak productive. I don't know, I'm struggling with that word. Yeah, just being peak performative. And it's like working 2 jobs definitely you can't bring the same level for both jobs. I mean, you know, depends on what you're doing, but most jobs, you know, it's gonna require a certain level of effort. And having 2 jobs, definitely, like especially ones where they require high effort, it's definitely more mentally draining than physically. Because, you know, for me, the physical aspect, I mean, I don't really like do blue collar work, or, you know, get up at 5 a.m. in the morning or stuff like that. I mean, honestly, my jobs aren't that physically laboring, but still, you know, working 2 jobs, it's definitely, that's why I say it's more mentally. Even if it was physically, you know, there's ways to overcome that. I feel like with, you know, saunas, getting a massage here and there. But where I'm at right now, it's just more of the mental side. You know, some days, you know, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I really don't want to go. But you gotta go, you know. It's part of growing up. And you don't have a choice, you know, because it's like you're in the reality where, like, if you don't go to work, you're sacrificing, you know, your present. Kind of like you can get kicked out of your place, or you don't have your phone bill, you don't have water, or you don't have food, like all that stuff if you don't go. So it's like you just gotta suck it up and go. Why not work one job and it'd be less tiring? So the reason why, you know, I'm working 2 jobs and not just one job is because I'm in a situation where I'm not working, well, like, you know, shocker alert, I'm another college grad that's not working in their main field of work. I mean, I graduated in digital media and marketing, and I have a marketing job, but they're not hiring me full-time right now, as of we speak right now. So to make up, you know, the other extra hours that I'm just sitting on my ass, because it's a part-time job. They're pretty good, they pay pretty good. It's a corporate job, but you know, it's a lot harder to move to full-time there than the job because I left one job to go to another job where I'm at right now, because the job I'm at right now pays me more than the other job, but I went back to the other job because I just wanted more hours while I'm just not doing anything from the job I'm working right now, if that all makes sense. So that's why I work 2 jobs. So if I could find a full-time job, it would have to be a job where I can see myself doing for the next 5 to 10 years. Because right now, you know, I want to work more in media. That's why, you know, do the Loser Island and do this. You know, I like making content, and I want to be on more sets and stuff like that. So that's where I'm more primarily looking for in terms of a full-time job. But until that opportunity arises right now, it's like I don't want to really commit to a full-time job where I don't really see myself being at for the next 5, 10 years. Like I said, that's the problem where I'm facing right now, because, you know, Lansing doesn't have the best, you know, media market. I don't know why I'm struggling with that, but basically, you know, Detroit has some job opportunities over there, all that stuff, but you know, it's like, honestly too, with media too, like I'm talking about production assistants or anything like on a set, it's like those jobs aren't on a need, you know, you really have to like either know someone or just go on these like, I don't know, these weird websites where it's just like media applied jobs, but been trying, haven't found anything. In Michigan, that's the thing too, Michigan isn't like the biggest market, so that's another thing that I probably have to eventually probably get out of here. But you know, until then, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. How do I schedule my life around 2 jobs? So that is a tricky question, because I feel like sometimes you don't want your life to be revolved around work, but right now I feel like I'm in that where it's just like my whole life is kind of work right now. So, cause like I say that in a sense, it's just like, you know, obviously I'll work every day, but then it's just like even when I get home or early in the mornings, I'm not doing anything that productive, so it just feels like work is just my whole entire day. But I've been slowly changing that. I've been making more mindful commitments to do this and work on other side projects, whether it's scripting, working on thumbnails, whether it's, you know, looking for other media jobs or outlets or some type of way to grow my creative side, my passion. Because, you know, don't get me wrong, what I do for work, I like my jobs. I don't hate them at all. I mean, I wouldn't be working there if I didn't like what I do, but it's not what I want to do. You know, it's not something that I see myself doing for forever. So I got to work on, you know, what I love to do, which is make content or work on a set, be a part of a creative passion project, because that's just what I want to do. I don't really want to bore you guys about all my like, oh, what do I want to do with my life, all that stuff. But yeah, it's just like right now it's hard to schedule that, but I've been more mindful. So what I've been doing is like every Sunday, I just try to schedule what I want to do for the week. I already have like videos I have planned out for like the whole month, but like for that week of the video, I'm like either writing the script for next week's video, or I'm refining the script for this week's video. Then I also try to like come up with ideas for short form content that's like not clips. Most of the time it's a lot. It doesn't take that much longer to record a short form video versus long format. I try to come up for the week. For each week, you know, I have a long format video, whether it's Loser Island or you know, my Simon Quay channel video, or my personal channel, I should say. And you know, look at the script, refine it, or work on next week's script, and then pick a day where obviously I will have the most time, whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, to record it as much as I can that day. Or if I have an off day, that's just like, you know, that's the content day. Try to record as much content as I can, or, you know, script as much as well. What sacrifices do you make when you work 2 jobs? I think the biggest sacrifice you make is obviously like, you know, you're cutting out time on your passion, but also sometimes your friends. But like, you know, they understand it too, because like, you know, everybody understands like if you're working, they don't take it personally, because it's like, hey, if you're working, you go get that bag, bro. But you know, there's been times where, you know, you gotta miss people's birthdays, or someone's in a tough spot and you can't be there because you're at work. You know, thankfully I haven't been in a situation where like someone's died while I was at work. Or like, I know I have to like miss my son's birthday or something like that. Like, thankfully I haven't been in that situation. But that's probably the biggest conflict, is sometimes, you know, you can't see friends or make it to some freaking party, but that's like whatever, you know. Like, oh, I missed the party, it's like whatever. But yeah, you know, sometimes you can't, or you just get so tired that like you just want to go straight to bed, which everybody probably gets. How do I prioritize myself when I work 2 jobs? So the way I prioritize myself is that I always make sure that when I wake up, I'm in a good mood. I smile. Literally, I always smile when I wake up, so I can force myself to be in a good mood. And then try to think what I'm gonna do for the day. And then I try to be as productive as I can. And always thank God for, you know, waking me up. And it's a blessing to wake up every single day. And it's a blessing, like these are things I tell myself, like it's a blessing to be alive. I'm blessed to have my parents, blessed to have this place, blessed to, you know, be able to work even if I don't feel like it. And then if I can't get myself to be in that mindset, then call in. I mean, you know, sometimes, like, but it's not like I do that every week. It's like I've only done that once or twice. Because it's like when you work 13, 12 straight days, and it's like it's in between 2 jobs, you know, so it's like when you're not working this job, you're working another job, and vice versa. So it's like when you have when you work 13, 12 straight days, sometimes you're just gonna be like, I just need the day off. I just need to relax. Like, it's okay to take a day off. It's okay to just, you know, be by yourself and not interact with everybody. Like, you give all your energy to your job, but then how are you gonna give energy to yourself, you know? That's why I always prioritize checking where I'm at mentally, because you always gotta prioritize mental health first before you go into the workspace, because if I'm in a bad mood, a lot of people are gonna know, and a lot of people, it's just not how I want people to remember me by. I definitely wanna be always remembered in good vibes than bad vibes. Definitely don't wanna be a Debbie Downer. And yeah, so like I always put me first when it comes to work. Like I don't think I'm replaceable, but like at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna die and they're gonna put someone else in my shoes and someone's gonna work that job too, right? So it's like you always gotta live by what you are capable of. So if I know I can't work 23 straight days, I'm not gonna work 23 straight days. Maybe I can only work 10 straight days. Whatever the amount of days it is where I'm like, I need a break or I need a day off, don't schedule me on this day. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna, and they get that too, because all my jobs, they know I never call in unless I'm like sick or like just an occasional once, but I let them know like hours before. It's not like 30 minutes before my shift, hey man, I can't come in. No, but you get what I'm saying? I'm a pretty good employee, so, you know, make sure you're always in the right headspace before you go into the workspace, and that's how I prioritize myself, is just making sure I'm in the right space. How do you stay motivated watching other creators make it while I'm clocked into my job, still trying to pay off the gear? The reason, this is how you stay, well, for me, I shouldn't speak for other people, but how I stay motivated is knowing that, you know, life is a marathon, not a sprint. You know, everybody has a different path in life, and, you know, they made it because their path was that they made it at that age, and you gotta always play the long game, really. Like, you know, just because someone made it and they're younger than me, or they've only been doing YouTubes for 2 months and they already got that many video views and subscribers, it's like, where are we gonna, it's, you know, we gotta play the long game. Where are we gonna be from 5 years from now? Are they still gonna be making content? Are they gonna, you know, fall off? Are their audience gonna completely go against them? Are they gonna quit? You know, maybe they do fall off and they quit. It's like, I'm still gonna be going at it. And that's how I always see it. It's like, I'm still gonna be going at it no matter what. Even if you see someone doing better than you, don't always focus on other people. Like, honestly, just congratulate them at the end of the day and be like, good for you. Hopefully I'm next, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be jealous, you know? But like most people who are big, they did work hard. There was a lot of grind before they got to where they were. So, you know, you really can't look at people with, you know, despise or hate when they make it and you think that you're better and all these things. It's just like, it doesn't matter. They are where they are and you're where you are for a reason. Everything happens for a reason and you just gotta keep on going. If you know, eventually you're gonna get there too, right? If so, like, who cares that they made it before you? At the end of the day, if you make it, you made it too, right? That's all that matters, is that you made it. Who fucking cares how long it takes you? Like, that's, there's no popularity points that you got famous within 2 weeks. Like, how long are you still gonna be famous for, right? It's about how long you've been famous for, not how fast you've been, how fast you got that fame. So that's how you stay motivated. Do you feel like your job is a mask and I'm waiting for the world to see my creative side? I guess I would say yes and no, because I mean, I think I do implement my creative side into my survival work. How, you might ask? I don't know, I feel like, not that I'm like a really good actor, but I feel like I'm a pretty good actor. I'm not saying that I want to be an actor, but I'm just saying that's also part of the job, and, you know, doing this type of work, being a creative. Yeah, I do that in the survival work. But I mean, do I feel like I'm waiting for the world to see? That's a tough question. I feel like yes and no. Honestly, yes and no. Like, no, as in like, I don't want to say I don't care. Obviously, I kind of care. I wouldn't be posting this stuff if I didn't care, but, you know, it's not the end of the world if the world doesn't see the creative side that I see, right? I mean, thank you for the people that are watching this and they do see it, but you know, if the whole world doesn't see it, then it's not like I'm a failure in life. As long as I kept on trying and I reached as many people as I think I can, and I tried all I can, that's all I can do, right? And I don't know, I'm not in an expectation where like billions and billions of people know my name, but like, obviously if I get to like, you know, millions and millions, then like, I think I did my job. Honestly, like, I would say that's pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. It's a gray area. Honestly, that's a gray area. There's no definitive answer there, because it's just like, obviously I would love the whole world. And am I waiting? Because waiting makes it seem like, you know, I'm not really trying or putting the effort in. Like, I'm just like, oh, hey guys, I already put this stuff out there. You're not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna wait for everybody to catch on. You know, like I'm a genius, and y'all need to catch on to what I'm putting on. Like, no, I'm not waiting. I feel like I'm going and chasing after my goals and dreams. So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm waiting. It's more like I'm patient. You know, I would say it's more like I'm more patient on people to catch on to what I'm doing. So. Yeah, I don't think waiting for the world to see it's not the right way I would phrase it. So that's like a gray area. How do I have the energy to script Loser Island when you come off a 10-hour shift or just a long days of work? You know, that's a tough one. If I'm being completely honest, it's like you're just coming off a 9 to 5 or you're just a normal job. You always need to debrief. Like, I always need to like relax, whether it's like come home, eat some food, or just napping is kind of dangerous because sometimes you'll just like be gone and you won't recover, like as in like go to bed. But just try to like, relax from having a hard days of work. So try to watch TV or YouTube or, read a book or whatever to like relax from working. And then whatever energy I have, well, usually that's like kind of like building up the energy because like, I'm more relaxed now. And then I try to work on Loser Island, whatever I can do. So, to be honest, most days, I feel like doing that because I just slump, I sleep. But I'm getting better because I know that, if you want to get good at this, you got to work on it after your 9 to 5. You can't just wait till like, you can't wait 13 days every day to script and record and do all this crap because it's just like the world moves on, dude. There's a new day every day, so you got to be working on this every day or someone else is going to catch up or surpass you and all that jazz, and you're going to be like, why am I still here? It's because you don't working on it, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you got to work every single day. Obviously, I just said like 10 seconds ago, I don't do this every single day, but that's the type of mindset you got to be in for you to be like, oh man, I just came off work, man. Should I still finish writing my book? Let me, watch a couple episodes of my favorite TV show and then let's revisit. And then work on how much you can until you get tired. Like, I'm not all about like this freaking hustle mentality, like work 80 hours a week and then go work another 20 hours doing your side projects. It's like, nah, do what you can do and just be consistent. Just keep on trying every single day because eventually you will get there as long as you never give up. So that's how you do it after you work a long day, is just have the mindset of, at least give it 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, maybe 2 hours if you go crazy, right? And just try to do something a little bit every day. That's how you try to get something done after a long shift, or how I do it at least. So yeah, you guys just heard me talk about my survival work versus passion work. I'm curious now, let me know, what's your guys' survival work versus passion work? What do you guys do? And what do you guys do on the side? Like whether it's make music or, you're a writer or, maybe you're a dancer or actor or something. Yeah, but what's your survival work and how do you guys balance that? How do you balance your survival work versus creative work? I'm curious because, everybody who's grinding out there and still doing their creative passion work, salute to you, man. It's like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't focus on other people. Don't focus on the other racers in the track. You just run your race. Don't quit the race. You gotta, finish it to the finish line. You'll get where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Not where you want to be, but where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Try to finish the race. All right, man. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, watch some other videos and subscribe to my other channel, Loser Island, for a more comedic side of my. I cannot speak today. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace.